What was the cause of the United States Civil War?
Well, don't come with an easy question or anything. I mean, I think the cause of the Civil War was basically how government was going to run, the freedoms and what people could and couldn't do.
A controversial answer for a presidential candidate. Nikki Haley is under fire for not answering slavery during a town hall in New Hampshire last night. Today, she had the opportunity to address the backlash. Lauren Lennon tells us how she's handling it and what a Civil War historian has to say about it all.
Less than 24 hours after Nikki Haley was asked about the start of the Civil War, she's having to explain herself.
Last night I was asked about the Civil War and what I think of the Civil War, what was the cause of the Civil War. Of course the Civil War was about slavery. We know that. That's unquestioned, always the case. We know the Civil War was about slavery. But it was also more than that. It was about the freedoms of every individual. It was about the role of government.
I sat down with Dr. Adam Dombey, a Civil War historian who says Haley's comment was historically inaccurate.
The cause of the Civil War very clearly was slavery. There's no real way around it.
And he says her comments from this morning are also questionable.
Nikki Haley essentially said that denied that the Civil War was about slavery initially, and then has walked that back saying, of course the Civil War was about slavery, but what's the lesson in that? The problem with that is that the Civil War was about slavery. And the lesson of that was that the secessionists, white Southerners who brought about secession, did not want freedom of speech. They complained about freedom of speech.
As governor of South Carolina, Haley advocated for the Confederate flag to be taken down from the state house. Dombey says this is an example of inconsistencies in Haley's politics.
She's trying to appeal to both sides. That's really the goal of sort of saying she's trying to appeal to moderates and she's trying to appeal to those on the far right and doesn't want to alienate neo-Confederates.
Working for you, Lauren Lennon, News 4.
The South Carolina Democratic Party responded to Haley's comments in a press release stating, quote, "There isn't a single South Carolinian shocked by Nikki Haley's refusal to define the Civil War as it was, rooted in slavery and keeping humans as property, because we are all too familiar with her record defending the Confederacy."